Hello, my beautiful angels. Welcome to today's reading. I sat down today and I've just been overcome with this almost euphoric joy, oneness. It reminds me so much of my first awakening, where you just feel just this immense joy, a feeling of coming home, a feeling of just being connected with everything, the universe, the world, everyone, everything. It is such a beautiful feeling. And I feel for this collective I'm reading for today, you may well have just gone through your very first awakening. And it's an amazing experience. It's something you want to hold on to. And I'm feeling very much this desire to learn, desire to really stay connected to that feeling. But I do want to say it doesn't last forever. We are here as human beings experiencing this 3D world of duality, where there is love and light, there is also darkness. But that does not mean that you'll never feel that feeling again. It just means you may need to start working on ways to balance that spirituality and practicality in the 3D, because we are living this experience in the 3D. I'm seeing with my What's the Gossip deck, I'm actually seeing the Ascension card here. So I thought, let's just pull this up. I want to see for this collective, just to tie you to this reading, who or what has triggered this awakening for you. And then we'll tap into some tarot here for you, because, oh my goodness, this energy feels amazing. I'm sure you're feeling amazing. So let's have a look. What was it that's triggered, or you feel that's triggered this awakening? You might feel like you're on the verge of a big break. I remember feeling like I can do anything when I was first going through this. Like, it's really an amazing experience, like I said. Okay, so you might have been starting to learn or need to learn how to speak up about something. Okay, a short-term romance, maybe something around the sort of Christmas period for this collective. Maybe some friend zoning. Maybe it was a situationship and they didn't really want more, but you were maybe very attached and you didn't really speak up for your needs. And maybe you stayed too long because they just thought you were friends. Or let's just get one more. Side hustle. So maybe you've been working on, that's where you're feeling that big break. I actually just want one more for this section. Oh, there's the bloody Ascension card I was talking about. Hang on, let me get it on the screen. That's where you are now. I feel like that's your energy right now, right this moment. So whatever's happened here, like I said, it could have been something that happened around the Christmas period. Like you've got the December marking on the calendar here in this photo. Sort of a temporary or a situationship type relationship. Maybe feelings weren't reciprocated here and you just didn't speak up for your needs, and it sort of caused this ascension. It caused you to sort of break your ego a little bit, which is what's needed for that soul ascension. I just want to see what this side hustle big break is for you, just to see if there's anything else that wants to come out here. Closure. Yeah, you're letting go of this person, focusing on yourself, focusing on your future. I'm gonna work on myself. I'm gonna work on my independence. But it's obviously caused this spiritual growth, spiritual awareness, spiritual awakening, whatever you want to call it for yourself. and I can feel that. I'm also hearing the song, if you're interested or you may know it, it's a song by Noah Cyrus called I Saw the Mountain. It, if you don't know it, go look it up. It is an absolutely gorgeous song. It reminds me so much of just tapping into that oneness with the world. For this collective, I just want to really tap into what advice Spirit has for you, and because I'm very much feeling so similar to what I went through with my own awakening. Perhaps I can offer some guidance for you. I'm going for my purple deck today. I'm feeling very crown chakra, opening, awakening. It's I can't even describe this feeling. If you haven't experienced it, you won't understand, but I'm hoping this collective, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's magical. All right, Spirit, what advice do you have for this collective, please? Actually, before I go into advice, I just want to see, how are you shining to Spirit? I just want to see that. So I'm going to just move some of these out. I'm going to get a couple of extra cards here. So how is this collective shining? Let's get you it. And it's not an ego boost necessarily. I just want to really confirm for you, like, you are glowing right now. I can feel it. There's something here. How is this collective shining, please? Six of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so, and I really feel they should be upright. Let me just get a couple more. The Empress. Okay, so like divine feminine energy. Yeah, I really feel these should be upright. The Chariot. Action. Overcoming obstacles. Ten of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I feel these need to be upright. Six of Swords. Moving on to calmer waters. You're really overcoming and moving on from this tension. The Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady progress. You know, this may feel like it happens overnight sometimes, but it truly takes time. It truly, one day at a time. You need to start grounding yourself back into the 3D. Like I said, it's like it is a journey. It's not just one ascension, one awakening, and then you're good to go. Like, you will go through multiple awakenings, multiple ascensions, multiple growth periods, slow and steady. And Knight of Pentacles also can reflect some sort of work opportunity, but I'm really feeling like Empress. You might really resonate as like a divine feminine, awakened, spiritual, intuitive, feminine energy here, and you are feeling like I can do anything. Like I said before, it's like that feeling of I can do anything I want to do. I'm going to overcome all my obstacles. I'm on that chariot and I'm going for it. And you're putting down the burdens. You're Ten of Wands in reverse. You've got the burdens are being dropped. That's where you're at right now. I want to get advice for you, please, Spirit. Seven of Pentacles, patience. Like I said, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, patience, slow and steady. This takes time. Be kind to yourself. If you feel like you're falling out of that euphoric energy of like, oh my God, am I losing my connection with Spirit, with Source, with my soul, you know, whatever it is. No. Like I said, we're in this, we're in this 3D reality of duality. You can't have light without darkness. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the people and the world around you while it adjusts. Spirit's going to need to take away some things. There may be things in your life at the moment that need to be removed for the new version of you to continue to shine. It's just the way things work. But patience. Any more advice, please? Six of Pentacles, generosity. Generosity, balancing giving and taking, but also generosity to yourself. Look at how far you've come. Be kind to yourself. You've got Eight of Pentacles. It's come in reverse, and I wonder if maybe that's don't work so hard. Don't work yourself so hard. It's not about not putting in effort, but just don't, be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Take a break when you need it. That's what I'm seeing here. You don't need to rush. You don't need to be figuring it all out. You don't need to have your whole life worked out overnight. Be kind to yourself. Be generous to yourself. Yes, you're on the Chariot. Yes, Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady, but that doesn't mean stop. That just means I need a break to recharge. That's okay. You will be called into rest periods periodically because Spirit knows, hey, this is the time to rest. If you don't listen to that, your body will get sick. You just need to really tap into starting to trust your body. When it says it's tired, it says it's time to rest, listen, because Spirit's about to throw something at you and you need to prepare. You need to rest. You need to recharge. That's my advice here for this collective. Don't rush this process. It is a beautiful, but not a quick process. It can take years, a lifetime, really. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. One more for advice, please. High Priestess. Beautiful. Really focus on your spirituality. Focus on your intuition. I'm seeing for this collective here, I'm seeing, those videos where people do which crystal am I going to pick up? Or what is behind this card? Or, do those intuition tests online or something. And maybe you've seen those, but that's a good way to sort of build that trust of okay, how am I tapping into my abilities? How am I tapping into my intuition? Am I just knowing something? Am I feeling it? Am I seeing it in my third eye? Am I being told? Can I hear it? Is it clairaudience? There's lots of different ways that Spirit sends messages to you, but you just need to develop that gift. And everyone has it. Every single one of us has the ability to tap into that High Priestess energy. It's not just born psychics. Everyone has that innate intuition. We are all one. We are all spiritual. We are all intuitive beings. Time is an illusion. We all see different timelines. We just have to trust. We have to trust in what we're feeling, trust in what we're seeing. It's a journey, and you just have to build on those skills, because at the end of the day, your intuition does not fight with your ego, your mind. So once you find this ascension period you're going through right now, once this ends and you start to come back down into the 3D, you start to ground again, you're going to start questioning it. Was that even real? Was I delusional? What is really going on here? Am I going crazy? And some of you do feel like you're going crazy, but it is about just trying to balance that spirituality and practicality and really ground in your trust of your intuition, yourself. Your higher self is guiding you, but you need to trust. I'm going to get you an animal card, my beautiful. I want to see, I want to get one message for you. Learn from the past. Elephant spirit, number 25. Okay. All right, elephant spirit, number 25. Learn from the past. Just hold that up while I read this as well. Although we often wish we could leave the past behind, elephant spirit reminds us that memory matters. We must respect the wisdom of the elders who hand down to us traditions that have shaped us to express our connection to each other and respect for the community. What has come before informs us that we are experiencing today. What has come before informs what we are experiencing today, and we must never forget our legacy of strength and dignity. Elephant spirit appears with the message that we are to acknowledge that which came before and learn from it. All of us are memory-based creatures, and we must revisit the past to understand where we are and where we are going. The stories of events you experienced, the stories in our collective memory, and the stories of relationships you had can be told in many ways. What story will you tell? Elephant spirit is here to encourage you to make it one that stirs in you a sense of power and dignity. For you have honored yourself by choosing to learn from the past. Spirit rejoices at your willingness to learn and grow. And I'm really seeing that, like this, whatever this is that's triggered you to ascend into your spirituality, into your awakening, that is what person, situation, whatever it is. Thank them. Thank them. Look at where you are. Look at where you are. Look at where you're going. Thank your past self for being brave enough to go through that situation and come out on the other side. Be thankful for all of the life lessons that you have learned, and it could be well before this situation. In the past, you may have really had, from childhood almost, just everything you'll see leading up to this has led you to this moment. Don't forget that. Don't forget your strength, your past, who you are and who you were, and what you needed to overcome, and the challenges you needed to face to be the person that you are today. Because without all this in the past, you wouldn't be here today. And that's beautiful. Every single person has a unique set of challenges, adversities, situations in their life that culminate into an absolutely unique human being. And we're all beautiful for it. There's a little protection message here as well. I'll just read that one as well. Are you feeling uncomfortable with a tradition, custom, or familiar behavior that no longer fits who you are? Do you wish the past could be erased so it could no longer cause a moment's pain? Like I just said, don't erase the pain. Thank it. It brought you here. Elephant spirit is here to encourage you to write a different story and alter the traditions in ways that acknowledge that we all evolve, for transformation is our nature. Elephant spirit calls you not to be selective in your memory, because ignoring the good or the bad will prevent you from growing your wisdom and strength. Build on the best of the past, learn from the worst, and walk into the future with dignity, accompanied by elephant spirit, who reminds you the truth and honor of your strength and wisdom. So really just embracing, like I said, be thankful. Your past self is who you need to thank. You need to thank them for being there. You need to thank them for doing, thank yourself for going through that and being here on the other side. And your future self is going to be thanking you now for doing this work, because you can't even imagine right now where you're going to be 6 months from now, 12 months from now, 5 years from now? Like, and maybe you can. Maybe you're gonna dream it, right? Maybe you can. But it's only by going through these experiences, like, and ascension's not all beautiful sunshine and rainbows. It is hard. It is a hard path, and you have to be willing to trust in the unknown because you've never been here before. Others have. You can learn from others. You can trust that it's happening, that it's real, that you are not crazy, that you're not alone. Or you can sink back into that 3D habit that you try to break from. You can stay stuck in chaos. You can be in your Six of Swords in reverse. You can stop moving forward. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And maybe that's why these came out in reverse. Now that I'm thinking, maybe there's a part of you still that has potential to jump back into that. And look, I'm here to tell you, don't give up. Trust. Trust is a key part to this journey. Without it, you will slip back into your ego. You will convince yourself you're making things up and you're crazy. But I promise you, you're not. All right, my beautiful, beautiful soul. I wish you all the best for your awakening journey and sending you lots of love.